Hey you guys, so I'm back again with another message from the Lord. This message basically dropped in my spirit whenever I was meditating last night and talking to God last night. Um, Meditating on his word, because I've been noticing, or a lot of God's children have been noticing, in the month of October, there has been like a high level of warfare. A lot of Christians, we know what goes on during the month of October. We know that a lot of witches and warlocks, they do a lot of their rituals and stuff during the month of October. That's when a lot of people get missing, because a lot of these people try to steal actual human beings to do human sacrifices and all that other good stuff. And I just been noticing that the warfare has been an all-time high. But before the warfare had started, God had called me to go on a fast, and He also had called me to do communion every day. And since he's been doing that, or since he told me to do that, and I've been obedient, I've been noticing the weapons forming, but they're not prospering. I've been noticing the attempts and attacks. I've been noticing how to pray and war against it ahead of time. It's just like because of what's going on, my spirit of discernment has been an all-time high. And we got to understand, when the devil can't get to us directly, he will try to attack or use people close to us to attack us, or use things close to us to attack us. I know a lot of people, when they get to that point and like we're fasting and we're praying, and we're praying or whatever, warfare, they experience warfare with the devil trying to actually cause different things to break. Or whatever. I remember when my mentor, she was going through a high level of warfare. She was just showing how the things in her house would break. So, just being the devil, just to get her upset and angry and out of character, right? And so when I was just like noticing the little attempts and the little attacks of the enemy, and I didn't get to my flesh. I didn't get angry, because I know what God had promised me, and I know what month that we were in and what was going on. And I just kept praying. I just kept fasting. I just kept staying in my word. And God clearly told me, last night He said, "You are winning the battle. You are winning the battle." That's why the devil is so mad with a lot of God's children, because during this time we are winning the battle. Because God has called a lot of His children to this month to go on a fast. And at first, I didn't even realize why He was calling me to go on a fast. Like, I'm just so submissive to God. Whatever He tells me to do, I do it. But God was telling His children, if He called you to go on a fast in the month of October, it was so you could be covered. All right, because the enemies, witches and warlocks, they're doing a lot of witchcraft, a lot of spell work. They're sending out a lot of monitoring spirits, and God wanted all of His children to be covered during this time. That's why He was telling us not to partake in a lot of things during the month of October, not to go different places during the month of October, because of all the stuff that has been going on. And if this message is for you, God is saying you are winning the battle. And this message is for you because, like I said, you have been noticing the attempts and the attacks. The devil has been trying to attack your stuff, everything that pretty much has been attached to you, and has been trying to use people to try to come against you, or to try to speak negative things into you that God did not tell you. All right. So if this is you, if this message is for you, God is saying you are winning the battle. When we be obedient, and when we lean not into our own understanding, and when we give things to God, and when we let God handle it, we win the battle. All right. And I know I had put out a message a month ago. The battle is almost over. Get ready for your reward. You guys, get ready for the reward. Every time when we go through something, every time when we experience warfare, it's the elevation that we get. It's the elevation that you receive, right? You might receive an actual elevation, something physical that you've been praying and asking God for, or you might receive an elevation in your gifts. All right. So get ready. But God is saying you are winning the battle. I don't care what it looks like. You are winning the battle. Like I said, I just been feeling All different types of warfare. I've been feeling the attempts. I've been feeling the attacks. All right, but I just kept praying. I just kept fasting because I know what month that we were in. You know, that's the biggest month that a lot of witches and warlocks do a lot of rituals. They do a lot of witchcraft to try to slow God's children down, to try to discourage God's children, just to try to block God's children. And God's saying it's not going to work in this season. If you are being obedient to Him, listening to Him, doing what He is called and telling you to do, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep praying, keep fasting, keep doing what you're doing, keep being obedient to God, because God said you are winning the battle. Vengeance is not ours. It belongs to God. And God is not playing about His children during this season, in this hour. That's why it's imperative, you guys, that you always walk in the spirit of obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. If He's telling you to do something in this season, do it. Because it's for your protection. Okay? Because when we be disobedient, when we walk outside the will of God, we open ourselves up. We give the devil access to attack us because we are disobedient. But when you're being obedient to God, it's hard for the devil to come in and attack you. It's hard for the devil to try to come in and tempt you to do things when you are completely obedient to God. It won't be successful. It won't work. The witchcraft won't work. The rituals won't work. Okay, the spell work, the word curses, those things will not work. So, again, I wanted to come and tell you guys that you are winning the battle. Keep holding on, keep the faith. All right, if y'all are very spiritually gifted, very sensitive to the spirit, you have been noticing a high level of warfare like never before in the month of October. But God wanted me to come and tell His children that you are winning the battle. All right. And again, another reminder, the battle is almost over. Get ready for your reward. If you haven't seen that video, I highly advise you to go back and watch it, so you can be encouraged. But you guys, I love you all. Stay encouraged. You are winning the battle. All right. I love you all, and I will talk to you all later.